covered that main essential point. I'm not a Martian, I'm just from Wales, okay? Hey everyone, it's Amy. Or I should say, hey Oddballs, it's Amy. Because you guys really like the idea of us, like, as a group, being oddballs and having our own special name. I think it's super cute and I'm glad that you agree. Also, one of my subscribers, Emma, used the hashtag oddballsassemble, which I think is the most fantastic hashtag I've heard ever. I have this vision of us all like lined up, you know, like the Justice League of America, like. Anybody else? Is that just me? I don't know. But I love that hashtag, so can that be a thing? Because it's great. So today I'm going to be filming my first ever Q&A video, and thank you to everyone who sent in questions, because if you guys hadn't done that, then this would have been a very short, sad video. So thank you to everyone who sent in a question. I really appreciate it, and I'm going to answer them now. Okay, so the first question is one that I get asked all the time, and that is, where are you from / what is that accent? I guess those are two different questions really. I'm from South Wales, and Wales is like a little tiny place in the UK, which on the map it kind of looks like a pig when you look at it. Can we just take a second to establish that it is not England? It's not. If you call a Welsh person English, that is extremely offensive. Not that there's anything wrong with English people, I'm just not one. My accent, I'm gonna say, although it is obviously a Welsh accent, for those of you who know what that sounds like, it's not the typical accent of where I'm from, like in the South Wales valleys. My accent before I went to university was a lot stronger. When I moved there, no one could understand what I was talking about. So what I have right now is some kind of Welsh accent, but posh. Y'all may not think that I sound very posh, and you would be accurate, but compared to like my family, yeah, they all tease me for sounding very posh. So since we were doing a Q&A, I thought I'd answer that because I get that a lot. Great, now I get to mutilate some names by not pronouncing them correctly. Wonderful. Okay, so my first question was from Amelia Hills, and it is, are you a drugstore or a high-end makeup girl, and why? I used to be 100% a high-end makeup girl. If it wasn't YSL or Clinique, then I wasn't interested and I wasn't going to put it anywhere near my face. But then sometimes you move to university and you just get poor and you have to start using drugstore makeup. And now I would consider myself a drugstore makeup girl. I still have a few high-end makeup products in my collection, but the majority of it is drugstore. There are so many great finds at the drugstore, and sometimes the quality is just as good as high-end products, and you can buy so much more for the money you're spending on drugstore makeup than you can on high-end makeup. And who doesn't love a bargain? I know I do. Okay, question number 2 is from Emily Hallam, and she asked, will you ever do meetups? And when I got this question on Twitter, I was so excited about it that I responded instantly and forgot that I was meant to be saving it for the video, but you know, whatever. The answer to that has just got to be definitely yes. I mean, it's not something that I had considered. I didn't know that people would really particularly want to meet me. Not something that crossed my mind, but if it's something that you guys would want to do, then I definitely would want to do that. I would definitely want to meet you guys. It would be awesome to be able to put faces to the names and actually like talk to you in real life and not just over the magic of the internet. Like, that would be so much fun. And then it really would be hashtag oddballsassemble. Okay, and then I've got a whole long list of questions from Kaylee Price, who actually I know in real life. She's on my cheerleading team. So she's asked me a bunch of questions. First one is, what's the one thing you need to do before you die? Getting a little bit deep, isn't it? Before I die, I want to find true love. You know, like movie love, like The Notebook or something. I know that's super cheesy and maybe a little bit far-fetched. You know, penguins walk hundreds of miles to find their soulmate through the snow, obviously, because that's where penguins live. And then once they find their, like, penguin soulmate, they stay together until they die. I want that. Without the snow and without the dying. Okay, what's the one makeup product you couldn't live without? Oh, there are so many. I have to say good foundation, and I'm gonna say L'Oreal True Match foundation. At least foundation can cover up the spots and the dark circles and stuff. I don't think that I would like to live my entire life without a full face of makeup. I don't think I'd enjoy that at all. Who's your biggest role model? Okay, seeing as we haven't specified whether this person needs to be alive / real, I think I'm gonna go for Scarlett O'Hara. I wouldn't aspire to be like her in many ways. She's very spoilt and selfish and ruthless. I wouldn't want to be like her in that sense, but she has got gumption and, you know, no matter what they throw at her, she keeps coming back. She prospered when all else failed. She laughed in the face of adversity and she was a pillar of strength. Plus, she wore hoop skirts, and I mean, that is one fashion item that I really wish that they would bring back. I would feel like a princess. It would be great. What do you think happens after death? Surprisingly, a very easy one. I'm a Christian. I have been baptized and all that jazz. And so when I die, I believe that I'm going to go to heaven and, you know, party with Jesus, I guess, you know. What did you study in university? I did an English degree. There were some parts of it that were great, like Victorian literature and American literature, and then there were some parts that were really bad, like modernism and postmodernism. What is your career aspiration? I don't know. This is something that really bothers me because I'm 23, I'm almost 24, and I still have absolutely no idea what I want to be when I grow up. Like, and I am grown up, so I need to know, but I just don't. I mean, I'd love to be, I don't know. I don't know. Who is your cheer best friend? I love everyone equally on my team. Kaylee, it's definitely you. What is your shoe size? I'm a size 5. Is your favourite type of cake? Oh my gosh. I probably wouldn't say no to any kind of cake, really. I love cake. Ooh, Jack Daniel's cupcakes. Like, I make my own Jack Daniel's cupcakes at barbecues and parties, and people are fighting for them. Even people who don't like Jack Daniel's. I mean, I do like Jack Daniel's, so they are my ultimate weak spot in life. I love them. And then my last question is from Leona Perez. What age would you choose to be forever if you could, and why? I'd probably just stick where I am now, because where I am now is a decent age in terms of I am a grown-up and I can, you know, drink in America, which is a bonus, but I'm also not old. Like, 30 is looming ever closer, and I would like to avoid that as much as possible. So I'm going to stick at 23, I think. And if you are a genie, then please grant that as my wish, because my birthday is coming up and I am not excited about it. Okay, so those were all the questions that you guys had for me. Thank you once again for sending them in. You asked some really hard questions though. My brain has really had to, you know, engage today, which is probably quite a good thing because on a day-to-day basis, it doesn't get used. So, dusting off the cobwebs there. If you enjoyed the video, then please go ahead and give it a thumbs up because that would be great and make my day. And if you haven't subscribed already, then please go ahead and do that and become an oddball with us. We have a name and everything now. And for those of you who are subscribed and are one of my beautiful oddballs, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate all your comments and questions as well. I love it. But until next time, thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye! I don't know if that makes any sense. I don't know what this is. It's so tiny. Too many words are trying to come out of my mouth at once, and it's just noise. Pull it together, we've got a lot more questions to answer.